12 hours in. Let's do this. Loading should not take any time at all. In the meantime, I'm going to clean my glasses. Today, it's Sunday morning. It is... Why did I take off my glasses? April 23rd, 2023. Thought I said 4 for a second. I know I took a nap, but how long did I sleep? Jeez. A whole year. An exact year. Alright, yes, I remember. It's now midnight. It is now the second day. I've already spent a lot of money on some sheep. Got really nothing in storage. 3 cows that only eat grass right now. And some sheep. Now, for some reason, actually I did calculate it before, but I forgot. Hang on a second. I'm adjusting the brightness for my computer. I did calculate it before, but I did forget. If I get multiples of 300 sheep each time the game updates, it would give me 5% even for wool production. So my goal is to get multiples of 300 for sheep. Yes, I forgot. I have a plan for this sort of thing. This thing's at 32%, this one's at 46%. So I'm gonna need a couple of things. Only a couple. I have a few options. What is over here underneath this white thing is silage. If you don't know, silage is very valuable. You can sell it for a lot of money very quickly. All you have to do is dump it into here using anything. So one option, the cheapest option for me, is probably to buy this little guy down here. How do you pronounce that? Goldener. I don't know. The G40. This little guy, I could put a shovel on him. Or this thing. Same thing. And it will pick up the silage from over there. Around 500 to 700 liters at a time. And then I'll just dump it in here. It would be pretty slow, I'm pretty sure. I've never done it before. My guess is that that would be pretty slow. But it would get the job done, basically as cheap as possible. And then I could sell it afterwards if I don't need it or something. The other option, the one that I usually go for, is to buy this guy. The Kuhn SPV Comfort 12. Now, this thing is great because it has an arm sticking out of it. And that thing rotates when you turn it on. And it'll basically suck in any silage and fill its tank in the back. So you could just drive it up to here, stuff its face into the silage, and it'll fill up. And then you just back out, dump it like you drive off to the side like this. And on the sides of it, it has unloading points. So it'll just dump it out into here. Automatically almost. Well, not really. You still have to drive back and forth. But it has a larger capacity. And that's great. The other thing is, with this guy, you can feed cows. Which I want to do. I want to feed cows. With this guy, its tank has enough capacity to hold 2 square bales. So this thing produces bales for cow food. It can hold 2 of these and then fill up with silage. I basically need to do that in order to get a mixture called TMR, Total Mixed Ration. So the problem is this thing cost around 126, 136, my bad. yeah, it's gonna be a bit of money. And I am pretty squarely deep into debt. I have only 100,000 at my disposal. So in the meantime, I'm going to do some missions, if I can get them, and cut some grass. Okay, I have one more option. I could buy a different mixing wagon. That's what these things are called. This thing can feed cows because total mixed ration requires only two things. It requires hay, which is just grass that you run over using one of these machines. These things are tedders. All it does is you attach it to the back of your vehicle. You drive over any grass that's already cut. It's like on the ground. It goes from like bright green to like a dark yellow. And that means it turns into hay. You can just pick up the hay and turn it into a bale, basically. Using either this little guy or this one. The round one works too, but I don't like it. Anyway, once you combine a hay bale and some silage, you will technically get total mixed ration. But to make it cheaper, you can also combine it with straw. Straw you get from your field when you harvest either wheat or barley. It turns out, though, I don't think I have any straw. Yeah, I'm not going to be producing any straw anytime soon. So now that I think about it, if I want to make TMR for the cows, first I need to plant wheat or barley, and that means I'm going to need to have a field. And right now I don't. I have corn growing, which will not produce any straw. Okay. Actually, I do have a tiny bit of barley growing. It's like a tiny strip. It will not work at all. It might be enough for like 3 cows. I'll think about it. In the meantime, I'm going to look for where in the world did I leave my mowing stuff? It's over here. I can drive there. The plan for right now is to get my mowing equipment and then perfect. I was gonna go in that exact location anyway. Yeah, where the green circle that is blinking, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna go pick up my mowing equipment and then we'll do the mission, obviously. I'm stuck. Alright. Relax. Back out, back out, back out. Didn't realize there was a rock there. Oh yeah, I don't have lights on the back of me. This is an old tractor. It's like from the 70s, I think. Which to some farmers seems like just yesterday. I wouldn't know. Despite my, like, interest. I'm not that old. In terms of, like, being born in the 50s or something. No. A lot of the music I listened to is in the 50s, oddly enough. Alright, anyway. Let's get some speed. Turning into it. So the goal right now is to cut all the fields up here of grass. All the northern fields, field 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the little one that I planted. Alright, this should be almost done. There we go. Alright, pick up speed now. Let's see, the first field I'm gonna go to... Actually, let me check the weather first. It's important that I know when it's going to rain. Because in this map specifically, there's a secret. There's an Easter egg. Around the level, there are horseshoes. And if you collect all of them, I think 100, the next time it rains, something special happens. I don't know if I should tell you, probably. It's an old game, so let's just say a rainbow appears and you can follow the rainbow. You can actually get to the end of it. What do you think is at the end of the rainbow? Also, I don't know how much time I should spend in the dark like this. I like it, but I can see it pretty well on my TV. I don't know how well it shows up in the recording. It might be super dark. Not to mention, this thing does not have the best light. I missed a couple of spots. I hope I get those in a bit. So the plan is to cut a bunch of grass. What to do with it though? Right now I could just leave it in the ground since I don't have a spot to put it. Yes, I'm gonna buy sheep, I forgot. Each time I earn money, I'm gonna spend it on sheep until I get around 300. So I'm gonna do that right now. I have 67. I'm just gonna do this real fast. Actually, I think that only helps out Twitch. I'm pretty sure YouTube still is in danger of epilepsy. Let me check real fast, hang on. Yeah, YouTube can still see it, okay. If we do this, there. Alright, I spent all the money. Okay, good. There we go. Everything's back to normal. I got 96 now. Eventually I might run out of food for the sheep. Might have to go back and refill their food. All they eat is grass, but the way it works is you basically gather a bunch of grass, you dump it into the feeding thing, and it'll just keep filling up until it maxes out, and then you can't do it anymore. The max is calculated by the amount of sheep you have and how much they can eat for 6 days. So when I buy more sheep, the max recalculates, but I don't know how much food they're gonna eat or not. I could go to the wiki and figure it out, but I don't think I want to do that. I'll just more or less guess. I just kind of hope for the best. Also, I made a mistake. I made a bad choice, a bad decision yesterday. Decision. Blah. I got this coffee maker, right? It's one of those drip coffee makers. And I put the little basket in it. I put the coffee in. Now the instructions are ridiculous. It says like a spoonful for like every 8 ounces of water. Okay, that's too much. Or something. So I did it on my own. Now, I've experimented making coffee with this coffee maker for a long time. And each time, it's like a long wait in between experiments. So I kind of forget how much is too much and stuff. But this time I figured it out. I can put in 2 spoonfuls for every 5 cups of water. This is just my formula for it. And using that, it could be a bit better, but it's good enough. And I'll mess with it later. I'll try to improve it later. Right now, it's good enough for me. But I made the mistake of assuming that my parents would want coffee. So last night, I made some for myself, just to test to see if the beans that I made earlier in the morning were still good. They were. So I made a lot more. I just added more water, and I made a total of like, it was supposed to be around 10 cups, but, well, including or not including an additional like 5. Anyway, I made too much coffee, and I kind of left it on for too long. So it like started boiling or something, and it like overflowed from the top. It spilled a little bit, made a bit of a mess, but nothing we couldn't handle. A mistake I made yesterday was, one, I did go to the park. I came back. I waited for like my dad and my uncle to get ready for work and stuff. And I made coffee with the drip coffee maker. And I ate some hot dogs. But that was my first cup of coffee in the morning. I think I only made it once. And then I went to bed. Woke up later when we got back from the laundry. It's like 7 or something p.m. I had a second cup of coffee. So far, nothing too extreme. I had the bright idea of having a third cup. And that was the mistake. This morning, I woke up in pain. My stomach. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it feels like heartburn. Except, yeah, I think it's actually heartburn. It's not in the esophagus. Or no, it is the esophagus. It's not the windpipe. My bad. Esophagus is the tube for the food. And some other thing. So yeah. Don't do that. But most of the time, the mistakes I do make with food have to do with coffee. A lot of times it's combining stuff I should not combine with coffee. Like pozole. I have no idea how the hell I should describe what pozole is if you don't know what it is. But it's, I suppose, traditional Mexican kind of soup type of thing. It's like, is it maize? I don't know. It's weird. It's, the best way I could describe it is some sort of soup. It has stuff in it. Usually like meat. It's very like acidity. It's got lime juice. Usually it's for like festive occasions, like Christmas or someone's birthday or something. It's relatively simple-ish to make, but it can be pretty delicious. If you in the mood for that sort of thing. What do you call it? I made the mistake of having coffee after eating that one time, and my aunt told me, hey, okay, can I have coffee after this? Because it was a birthday party or something, and like we had pozole, and then they were gonna have cake afterwards. Like, well, I usually eat cake with like milk and stuff, but this time I want to have coffee, so I'm gonna make some, and I did. And I'm like, hey, is it okay to combine these foods? Oh yeah, you can totally drink coffee with pozole, no problem, as long as it doesn't have milk in it. Oh, oops, I had a bunch of milk in it, because I had like 2 cups of like 2 full containers of coffee, because I brought it from downstairs and I didn't want to go back downstairs, so I just brought a bunch with me. And that was disastrous. The best way I could describe what happened is phosphorus. It felt like sulfur. Well, not phosphorus, sulfur. It was awful. And the other mistake I had with coffee was in Mexico. I went to visit at some point, and they were having like, what do you call it? A festival, I suppose. It's not really a carnival, it's like a festival. They just had like live music performances, like in the central part of town. Like, okay, cool. I actually enjoy some of this music. It's like jazzy and stuff. Alright. I'm gonna set the mood and stuff, and I'm gonna be looking for a cafe. And I went to one, I found one. Went upstairs. The prices aren't that bad considering in context nowadays. It's like $3 to $5 for a frickin' pizza thing. Like, alright, it's a bit overpriced, but whatever. I didn't buy it, but I wanted to. The thing I did buy was a coffee. They have a bunch of flavors, and I don't know anything about these things. Like, okay, can you, like, explain the flavors to me? Sure. This is French vanilla, this is some other thing, there's another thing. I already went through this one time. I told the story before, when I was playing Minecraft. It feels like years ago. But like one of the first streams, which, if I'm lucky, is hopefully deleted by now. It's when I was building the buildings. I was talking about a bunch of other things as well, including like my annoyance with people who have dogs. So that's a pretty controversial stream, I guess. There wasn't really anybody to argue with. But whatever. I got used to coffee here in America. The ones that we use isn't very strong, or at least I didn't think it was. Like, I can still sleep afterwards. It's fine. So I decided, well, it's probably the same in Mexico. So I'm gonna order double caffeine. And like a French vanilla or something. And suffice to say, I did not sleep until around 10:30 in the morning. And I kind of stayed up just researching and watching videos. And like around the morning time, I found my cousin's, what's it called? Calculus 2 book or something. And I just started reading it. Mind you, it's in Spanish. And I don't really know Spanish in like reading that well. Ah, crap. It just froze. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix it again. Deactivate. Activate. Alright, then I can unplug this. Plug it back in. I think I fixed it. Oh, wait, hang on. I gotta get the red border out of the way. Alright, testing, testing, testing. It's okay. Alright, here we go. Right, now I have to move back north over here. Okay. Anyway, I don't know calculus. I never took a calculus in school. Technically, that's supposed to be impossible, but it was possible for me. Hell, there's even like a mathematical, what's it called? Not a slogan. What's it called? The thing you're supposed to use to remember stuff. Like PEMDAS. And then you can come up with whatever those words mean, those letters mean. Like for us it was, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. For parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, and subtraction. That's the order of operations that you're supposed to do stuff. When you get like a big formula, that's how you're supposed to do it. I forgot the name. What do you call it when you create a word to remember the meaning of something? It's not euphemism, it's not algorithm, it's not anything else like that. Phonetic? No. I don't remember what do you call those things. But anyway, there was one that said every student takes calculus or something. And that was useful for, I think, pre-calculus or like algebra or something. ESTC. I don't know what that could possibly stand for. It's been a minute since I've got into like a high level mathematical course. I do enjoy it, more or less. It has its uses. Like yesterday, or actually last night, before I went to bed, I was trying to do some crocheting because I want to make a bag of sorts. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff on Etsy, and it's basically like office supplies or whatever. You could say it's like that. It's like notebooks and things. And I want to make a bag for it to be able to like store it and carry it around. But instead of using up a bag that I already have, I decided to just make one. So I grabbed the giant ball of yarn over here. It's a brown, like a dark brown yarn. And I was going to make a bag anyway. So now that I have like something specific for it, I can like measure out the size and everything that I need. Oh yeah, I can buy sheep again. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna think, or I'm gonna test something. If I turn this off, okay, that works. It turns it off for Twitch as well. Okay, good. So, right, I'll just buy some sheep right now. I have 100. I'm gonna keep going until I get 300. Or I guess 150 could work. I don't have enough money. Oh, GG's. I have like 127 now or something. 125, okay. Not too bad. They're already at 10%. Wool. The feeding trough, I might have to fill that up again. I got 4 eggs waiting for me in the coop. 3 cows. 44% productivity. I'm actually surprised it's that high. All they're eating is grass. But okay. Anyway. So for crocheting, there's a couple techniques. I don't know a lot of them. I know like 3. I can do a single stitch, I can do a double stitch, and I can do the circle. That's basically it. I understand it's a triple stitch. I've tried it before. It's alright. If you need to make something with big, like, holes, sure. But usually double stitch is fine. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about. The stitches are like the loops. So like a single stitch is just a chain of yarn. That's nothing fancy. It's not anything like, there's no like repeating stuff. It's just a bunch of loops pretty tightly formed together. To me, I use it whenever I need to have a point that has a good strength and like stability. So like on the corners that like get stitched together to form a bag. On the sides, I'll make it single stitch so it's a little stronger and has more material that I can sew together later on. For the main body, I'm gonna alternate between single stitch and double stitch. The double stitch is basically a way for you to get a larger amount of work done without having to like go one by one through everything. It's kind of like a shortcut. A single stitch takes a long time, so like I kind of counted, it's around 31 stitches that I have to do every single time when I go back and forth on the row. So instead of going like one by one 31 times, and then I only like get like a centimeter of material done, if I do a double stitch, it's more like 2 centimeters. So I'll eventually, with the same amount of passes, like I'll still do 31 stitches. Instead of gaining 1 centimeter of like growth, I'll get 2. If I do a triple stitch, I don't know if it'll go to 3, it might just go to 2.5. And the way this works is basically math. It's geometry, it's more physics than anything. And a tiny bit of algebra, but there's algebra in everything. Because it's basically like the second or something law of physics, where like you do something and it has a reaction. That's it. An equal and opposite reaction and all that stuff. So like if you double stitch this side, you should also double stitch the other side. Sometimes it does it for you, but whatever. But yeah, that's what I was working on last night. I got maybe, I don't know, 3-4 inches done of rows. I don't know how many centimeters that is. Oh yeah, also I was looking at online. I was looking at that Men's Warehouse website again. The suspenders are nice. I mean, they're like, you know, $37 or something. It's a bit much, but they do look nice. And I was checking out the sport coats. I would like to have some type of jacket like that, or like a coat, like a suit type of thing. If it's just the top part, it's fine. That's enough for me. I don't really have one. I have like 2 suit jackets that we thrifted off of some guy, but they don't really fit that well. My biggest issue is the sleeves. I have to figure out how to fix those. I don't actually know how to tailor anything. I can kind of figure it out, but not the proper way to do it. Or any of that stuff, no. That is a level of geometry I'm not familiar with. Plus the shapes look kind of weird to me on paper. I know they're called patterns, but that's basically it. And unless I can figure out how to tailor the suit thing, I'm basically not going to be able to wear it, at least comfortably. I did get to measure out a little bit of my measurements. For the waist, you're not supposed to do it on like your actual waist. You're supposed to, for some reason, you're supposed to do it like a little above, close to the navel, which I think is the belly button. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. So like on that little area where like the most fat is, generally speaking, especially for guys, it's on like the lower part of the stomach. In that area, which I guess is actually the widest of me or something. How much did it measure? Like 44 inches, I think. I forget what size my pants are. They're like 42, I think. And then my chest for the suit, it's supposed to be on the widest part of the chest, all the way around, without your arms, just on the armpits. Basically a rib cage, kinda. That part measured 46 inches, which I remember to be 117 centimeters. 117. I think it's been that way for a while too. And I like that it's 117, the same as Master Chief. But okay, that's just random stuff that I use to remember my measurement. You're supposed to take that measurement and also like one for your arms, but I was doing it by myself, so I can't really measure outside of my arm accurately. My parents were eating, so they were busy. But now that I know the measurements, next time I thrift for a suit of some kind, I'll know which one more or less to get. What size. If I even go anywhere to get some. Slowly, the style is coming together. Very slowly. I got the old man hat. I got a bunch of them, actually. Like 3 or 4 of them, I forget. I got the suspenders down. I kind of just need the dress pants. But I do have, like, working pants. And a vest or some kind of suit jacket. And I'm done. And basically, just slap on any kind of shirt. You could do any kind of shirt or like a dress shirt. It doesn't make a ton of difference. I already have the dress shoes as well. And then I'll be ready to get some business done. But that's gonna be a while. At least I assume. Oh yeah, it's morning. 6:56 in the morning. It's Sunday. It's usually a slow day for everyone around here. At most, there might be a bit of a commotion if we decide to go to church or something. We don't usually go. We used to before. It was kind of my mom making us. But my dad just stopped going. He technically has a good reason. He has the sleep apnea thing. But I swear, he's like milking it or something. Like oh, I can't go to church. I wish I could, but I can't because my apnea would make me fall asleep. So, I can't go. Oh well, have fun. God damn it, you're right, but still. Convenience. How convenient. There's no reason why I can't go. Other than a little bit of like annoying stuff. It kind of depends on who is the guy that is preaching or whatever. The priest. It kind of depends on who it is. Right now, I believe we have a new guy. He's kind of new. He's a dude from Kenya. And he mostly speaks to us in English. He did learn a bit of Spanish, just because of the community around here. And he's originally, like from a different church somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't know the name of it, but I don't know where it is, what the location is, or the neighborhood or anything like that. But he's, generally speaking, he's from a different part. And that's not much of a big deal. But he seems to favor that other location as opposed to this one. I think he likes his other church better than this one. He spends most of the time over there, then comes back here every once in a while. Alright, I can do the little path over here. Hold on. Get this little bit here. I can do that mission as well. Get some more sheep, some more money. Alright. Cut this little edge. As far as I can tell, he's more or less alright. Sometimes he asks a bit too much in terms of like participation. But okay, I get it. That's kind of your job. The guy that I really have beef with is the priest from Mexico. Actually, like two of them. There was one in like my parents' hometown that I went to visit, where he snuck in a little stuff in there. He's like, Viva, and then like the names of every place. Yeah. Hip hip hooray, yeah. And then he snuck in, long live whatever, long live the church, yeah, long live Christ, yeah, long live me and my power, yeah. And I was the only one that caught that. I'm like, wait a minute, what do you mean you and your power? Boy, trying to pull a fast one over here. You ain't slick. And then there's like a bunch of nonsense in the framing. Like, alright, how many of you people have family in some other country? Well, everyone raised their hand. Of course they did. Okay, how many of you would like to see them again? Everybody raised their hand. This is the same thing that like lawyers do. They like say pretty obvious things to get people to agree. And once you're in the habit of agreeing with them, then they can ask you slightly more controversial things, and you're more likely to agree with them. It's the same tactic that manipulators, or lawyers, or people that want you to agree with them want you to do. So this church dude was like, hey, so you have family outside, you want to see them, right? Yeah. Or would you rather them stay far away and possibly die and you never get to see them, but they send you money a little bit sometimes? Well, most people just kind of thought, well, no, I'd rather have them here. So yeah. And like, okay, this is ridiculous. You're trying to like frame this in a really weird way. Whoops. Alright, you're trying to frame this for some reason. And his point of saying all these things was like, alright, so I got everybody to agree that we would rather have our family members here with us because we love them or something, as opposed to like material things. Great. That's what's supposed to happen. And also, you should not value material things. Anyway, we're going to pass around this basket. Fill it with money. Please. Hey, wait a minute. I thought you said not to worry about material things. Why are you asking for material things? What the hell, man? You just said saying thank you is enough. How come when we say thank you, it's not enough? You want money still. What the hell? I don't remember if I gave him money or not. I think I did. But I might have had to. I don't know. Anyway, that was actually years ago. Like, man, it's all in the framing. I told my mom this too yesterday, my parents. Like, how come there's a bunch of priests like they're like full of hatred? Like, what the hell? Like, what do you mean? Yeah, like half their speeches are like, don't the kids suck, right? The youth nowadays, they're awful. They're stupid and they don't listen to you. And you're obviously the best because you're the adult and the parent. And the kids obviously are suck and they're stupid. And they just want to be influencers. And they just mooch off of you and don't get a job or study. And by the time you had their age, you had a family. You're kind of ignoring the fact everyone's poor as hell. And you can't have a family. But okay, continue. Yeah, and they all suck. And back in the day, we would, use violence to hit them. You know what I'm saying? But we can't do that nowadays. So do it secretly or something. What the hell's your point? There's no respect. But I'm like, alright, a couple of like church dudes, sure, I'll let it slide. But like, why are there so many that say these things? I'm pretty sure there's also a bunch of stories in that book that tell you specifically not to do that sort of thing. I mean, there's also really horrendous stuff in there. But like, we're supposed to kind of pick and choose which one is good and bad. You're kind of choosing like the medium bad stuff. Why not just pick the good stuff? There's probably more good stuff. I don't know. If not, either way, just pick the good stuff and tell us to do that. It's even funnier when there's like anybody that's really rich, like politician level or like banker or something, who is also religious. You're doing it wrong, man. It tells you specifically, give away all of your money to the poor and then follow me. And their reactions like, I do declare, help the poor? Pugh. We don't give anything to the poor. And they're saying, this is unimaginable. Like, alright, we get it. I get it. Anyway. Alright, now for the big field. Field 1. Well, crap. Should probably speed time up a bit. There's not really much else I can do right now. I'm just kind of waiting for the harvest to come in. And yeah. I already saved anyway, so there's not really anything else I can do in the meantime. There's no reason to have time go slowly. How many chickens do I got? Or eggs? 8. At 5 times speed, it should spawn pretty quickly. I'll give it to the next hour and then check on the coop. Well, the first hour, I suppose. First hour of the day. It's just my habit to keep time at real time, at 1x. Just because I usually am very busy in this game. And I barely have enough time to do everything. It's because I'm managing like a bunch of fields. Sometimes I make the mistake of planting everything at the same time. Then everything is ready at the same time. And you have to harvest it kind of at the same time. It'll be a little easier on myself if I plant something, wait a little bit, and then plant another thing. That gives me additional time to actually harvest it before having to do the next field. But that would be smart, and I didn't do that, did I? Oh well. Oh, I should check on the feed for these guys as well. 8 eggs still. 3 cows. Feeding trough went down like 40 liters. So that's actually pretty good. Doesn't look like I'll be in trouble. Alright. Don't know if I should be spending the money from the missions on sheep. I mean, I guess there's nothing bad with it, but still. Oh, there is an actual problem though. Sheep produce wool, and they spawn on a pallet. You're gonna need something with a fork to pick that up. It's basically the same reason why I don't have a transport mission, or why I don't accept the transport missions. I don't have a vehicle that has a fork. And the cheapest one costs like 26,000. Alright, let's get these eggs. One. There was another one here, wasn't there? Oh, I got it right. 2, 3. Yes, I'll accept that. Oh, hang on, I'm looking. 3 more to go. 2 more. I think I saw one over here. Yes, here it is. Alright. This guy. I was thinking that I had a water bottle from yesterday, but I just remembered I finished it. Damn. I could have used that right now. Oh yeah. In the hometown back over there. Well, actually, there's a couple of people online. Hang on a second. It's a couple of people that like stream things from the hometown, my parents' hometown. And what do you call it? Hang on a second. I'm gonna tap really fast. Alright, done. Whoops. Accidentally right-clicked again. Not supposed to do that. There's a couple of like streamers, live streamers from the hometown that like do various things. Usually it's like walking around the streets for nostalgia, or people that like live there still. They have their family there, but they themselves are currently living like in America or something. They can like call their family like, hey, go outside. There's a guy streaming, and like talk to him. And they will. They'll go out like, hey, I want to send, I suppose, a shout out to my family. They live in that like pink house. Their name is like Gonzalez or whatever. Just yell out their name and tell them I'm watching, and like, hello. And he'll do it. I'm like, alright. He knocks on the door. Hey, Gonzalez. Huh? Do you know anybody named, I don't know, Kevin? Yeah. Well, he says hello. Oh, cool. Do you know him? Yeah, he's my cousin. Oh, great. Anyway, I'm out. Yeah. Have a nice day. And that's what this is like. So during one of those, there was a woman streaming. And they were passing, I guess it's one of her friends or something. I think it's a bachelorette party, which in and of itself I don't really understand. But okay, it's not for me, it's for other people. And they're like walking down the streets, partying basically. They got a tractor, which I tried to figure out what the brand was, but I couldn't see it. It could either be Ford or maybe New Holland. It's like a blue one that's kind of old. Doesn't have a cab or anything. It has white tires, or white rims. but black tires. Which makes me think it's a New Holland, but I don't know. What the hell's a New Holland doing in Mexico? But alright, whatever. And the tractor's like pulling a... I don't know what it is. A trailer? It's like a wooden platform with like, I don't know, things to sit on and like arches. It looks kind of pretty. Apparently that's the same trailer they use to like haul their crop, I guess. I guess they're farmers, I don't know, or they rented farming equipment from someone who's actually a farmer. I think they farm yams of all things. But anyway, they got the girl who was like gonna get married, I don't know when. And she's like sitting on the cart thing. And these people look, the best I could describe as American. Plus they're really tall. Especially for women in that area. Yeah, they're pretty tall. Alright, I gotta go to the campsite. I should be able to finish this off first before going to the camp, to the mission. Anyway, there's a fun thing they did where they got two other women who are also pretty big. They got one of them to dress up as a bride and the other one to dress up as a guy. And she's like wearing a fake beard and a mustache and like a suit. And for a second I thought it was actually a guy. That's a good costume. But they're like parading downtown and stuff. And generally speaking it was fun. It was a nice time. Not for me, but for other people. And that's what they were streaming. Wait. Alright, I gotta go back up there and then come back here. It's faster if I do this section right now. I'll just do this part and then go back up to the top. Or what? Might need another vehicle. Crap. Oh no, I know what to do. I don't think... I'll just do the camp mission right now. I'm kind of in the middle of everything. I have enough time, I think I can do this part. Yeah, it probably won't take more than like 15 minutes. It'll probably take like 3 minutes. Or 2. So I should be able to afford this. Anyway. So everyone's like parading downtown. They're getting drunk and stuff. I think one of the women's shoes broke. They're like walking around trying to fix it. And there's like these random old guys that are like having fun as well, even though they're not invited. And I mean old guys, not like, oh, you know, like 35 or 40. No, this guy had gray hair. He's riding a bike. Like, hey, a bunch of women. I'll hang out with them. You say so, man. Alright. And then after a while, people started getting drunk. And the woman that's recording, that's live streaming, she does this all the time. But recently, she was like posting stuff. I don't know if it's real or not. Like, she's having a little bit of issues with her marriage. So as soon as she got drunk, she's like, yeah, this is fantastic. Marriage is awesome. Until another woman comes by, and then they start ruining your life. But it's not their fault. It's the guy's fault. Anyway, this beer tastes good. Right, well, I knew it was gonna happen. This is why you gotta give the camera to someone else. Alright, I'm done here. They start venting their personal issues. I mean, I can't really blame them. But sure. I can still find it amusing. It's been an hour, and my leg is starting to get tingly. Gotta be careful I don't pull the wrong cables. Alright. Ooh. Ah, there goes the hip. What the hell is so hot? Oh, it's the charger. I'm like laying on top of it. Like, am I on fire? What's going on? Alright, time's going pretty quickly. I should probably slow it down and take a look at things. I'll slow it down when it reaches 50 or something. Or I guess at the second hour. The eggs are fine. The cows... yeah, there's not much I can do about them. The sheep are pretty okay, actually. Alright, the chickens are the biggest priority here. I'm gonna leave the PDA up for now. I forget what that stands for. It's like the personal... data something, I think? No. Personal display... something. But that's like what that looks like my phone or someone's phone. That's what that is. I think it's called the PDA. I'm gonna lower the front mower in a second. Right now. Alright, slow. Turn, I missed the turn. Ah, too wide. And I almost teleported. That would have been really bad. Turn, keep turning, keep turning. Go. Alright. Let's get some sheep. Alright, doing this again. Almost at 200. 200. Alright, I'll keep going. And that's it. I keep right-clicking again. But now I have 212. Let's get some eggs. Ah! That frickin' charger thing is hot. A frickin' brick. Alright, a bunch of eggs around here. I can keep time going as fast as it is right now. It should be fine. Alright, there's 2 more. I see 1 here. Is there another one? There it is. Alright, that's enough of that. Now, the plan is to drive one of these tractors, I guess this one, away from here and towards the sheep farm. Just so that I can keep tabs on how much food they're using up. Right now, I have all the northern fields cut. I can continue cutting grass until the crop is done. Oh crap, hang on. I need to check on the silage. See how much silage I have. Or seed ready now. So I just gotta drive over here now. Ugh. Just hog the side. Ooh boy. sitting on my side now, or laying on my side, and yeah, heartburn is no joke. Alright, let's see what I got here. I gotta turn this on. 57. Okay. I gotta speed that up a bit. It should be ready in the morning. So in the meantime, I can cut some other fields. I can do the main ones over there. I'll just teleport them home. Here they are. I got a windrower. Nice. I should probably move that. Attached. I'm gonna move the windrower. Let's hook it up. Fold it in. Let's see, I'm going to need this. Probably near the sheep. But in the meantime, I'm gonna move it this way. I'm going to be collecting grass. Hang on. I think I have my... yeah. Forage wagon's already over there. I don't remember if it's full, or like halfway full, or if that's my other world. I think that's my other save file. I left the forage wagon also by the sheep. Except this time I left it like somewhat full. I should probably give this guy some gas too. I can't really see it on the map. I don't believe there's a fuel point in this direction. Crap. If I run out of fuel, it's not the biggest deal. I could just reload the save, but that would also restart all of my, what do you call it? My animal production. Okay. There's an ATM over there, apparently. Around that building. Ah, yes, I know there is. Okay. I can cut all of this grass, but I'm gonna check on the sheep first. Feels actually pretty nice. What time moving this fast. Alright, we're gonna unfold this just to have it be stable. I used up like 3 liters of gas, I think. Just driving this thing over. Alright, I missed it. Here we are. I missed it again. Alright, turn. Right there. And just back it up. Not too far, not too far, not too far. You went too far. Alright. You know what? That works. Alright, it doesn't say it's maxed out. So I'm actually going to collect some grass right now. Whoops. I got out of the vehicle instead of turning it on. And both of these things should be on now. So I can just drive over grass and immediately pick it up. It's not the fastest way to do it, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, I mean, you are picking it up immediately. So maybe this isn't a bad idea. It's barely filling up though. Sometimes it feels fast just to cut the whole thing, and then windrow it into rows and then collect those. Just because it fills up faster, but you do spend time cutting it and then windrowing it and everything. I guess it depends how fast you go. This one is as fast as possible, but only collects a little bit. And turning is the worst part. You don't collect anything, basically. And just left a whole bunch over there. That's fine. I don't know how many thousands I'm gonna need. Sky does look pretty nice though. It's a shame this thing doesn't have a roof that you can look through. Alright, just one pass through here. And let's just see how much grass I collected. See if it'll feed these sheep for a while. Oh yeah, the wool shows up over there on my right side. It's that pallet right there. Oh, that white thing. That's what it is. I could sell it right now too, get some money. There's no need to like keep it until it's 100%. It'll still sell for whatever capacity it is. It won't give you much money. It'll still sell though. There's no penalty for doing it that way. Alright, it doesn't say it's maxed out yet either. I'm gonna cut it normally and then come back here with the windrow. And hopefully some more gas. Unluckily though, haven't gotten another mission yet. 9 eggs already. I should probably take care of that. I thought I saw the sunrise. Wait a minute, it's 2 in the morning. It's not supposed to happen. Okay, 5 more. Where the hell? Do these guys have nests or something? Can't look in there. I tried researching chickens a few times. It gets complicated. Relatively quickly, too. So, yeah. Oh, I should definitely, have a vehicle of some kind. Up there, by the silage. It's probably not ready yet, but I'm gonna... Should I drive this guy over? I don't think so. There's no way of me knowing what the capacity is, if it's done or not. Because if it's done, then I could make more money right now. It's probably not done. It was at 57% or something a little bit ago. Like an hour. It takes around like 20 hours or so. So I'll wait until I see the sun come up and then go check on it. Right now it should be okay. Have the little beacon lights. Alright, as long as I have grass on the ground, I should be fine. I can always come back and use it in a silage bunker. Or give it to sheep or cows, I suppose. I could even turn some of this into hay. But I won't be able to make any bales with it right now. Just because a baler costs like 150 something thousand. Yeah, that's too much. Now that I think about it, I could probably slow down time. Cut all of this grass, put it in a silage bunker, and like just max it out. But I kind of already have that covered. It's more beneficial to me to just speed time up, cash in the amount that I have already, instead of trying to invest more right now. I'll cash in the stuff I already invested in, and then use that to invest more. I shouldn't invest more right now when it's hard to. I'll invest more when it's easier. I think that's what I'll do. So I'll just keep time flowing. Now I could probably even go a little faster. Could go to 10 times. The crops are not yet ready. I'll go to 10. Oh, 15. Okay. Sure. Time is moving along. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this. 34 eggs there. I forget what the maximum is of how many eggs you can have before more don't show up. Alright, it's spawning in my whole bunch. I'll go back to 5 right now. I think they spawn in every like 10 minutes? No, I don't know. It's supposed to update like every 20 minutes. Still no missions. Just a fun to transport one. Oh well. Speaking of which, today is Sunday, right? So like, what are we gonna do today? Last time it was pretty bad. That's the time we went to go eat, and that was disastrous. And more and more often nowadays, it's generally a bad idea for us to go out to eat. Something always goes wrong. Probably a safer bet just to stay home, not really do anything. There's nothing wrong with that either. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I could stay here. If I'm not streaming or anything, then I could just do my own projects. Wait, how much of this do I need? And I'm done with these two fields. I can go to 39, I think. 39, maybe even 40 if I wanted to. Let's go to field 39 right now. Before I run out of gas. The sun's gonna come up around 6 or something. I'm pretty sure. And this one already has grass in it, which is great. I have double the amount here. Still nothing. Amazing. Am I gonna have to take out a loan? The projects I have to work on. There's a whole bunch of them actually. What I'm in the mood for is actually kind of just fun. I think I'll just keep playing this. Even after I'm done streaming, I can go back to my old world and like just play this and listen to stuff. Go take a nap as well. I'm not really tired right now though. And I missed the opportunity. I basically started streaming when I was supposed to go to the park. But that's fine, I already went yesterday. And the weather is actually pretty good for it. It was cold. Like it's springtime cold. Especially in a temperate environment. Like here. It feels nice. Alright, the eggs are not updating, I'm a little concerned. Still concerned. I'll go pick them up right now. There he is, updated. Has nothing to do with me being here. It's all the time. The clock. I see 2, 3, 4 of them over here. Still one to find. One more somewhere. Where? Where? Like actually, where is it? Well, I lost it. I'll never find it. It's gonna hatch. And I'm gonna have to feed it, take care of it, and then sell it so someone else can kill it. I actually don't see it. Wow. Oh well. I got 178 in the backpack. Cows are doing fine, sheep are doing fine. Everything's okay. I'll wait till 4 in the morning to check on the silage again. I believe I turned on both of these mowers. Good. I don't know what the minimum capacity for gas this thing has. When it runs out of gas, oh great. When it runs out of gas, you can teleport it back home, and it will respawn with a minimum amount of gas. Usually it's like 24, 32, that sort of thing. And depending on your vehicle, you can actually pretty much get stuff done with that amount of gas. You don't have to refill it ever. Unless you're doing like a longer job, then you might run out. So you can always like just teleport it back home and do that again and again. Alright, let's buy some sheep. There we go. I almost opened up Stardew accident. Clicking around the tabs here. 241. Not bad. It feels something on my neck. It's the holding clip thing you put in the microphone. Yes, quite. I think I'm done with the amount of passes I need for this game. Crap. Alright, just go down one more time. Nobody. Even though we shut down. No way out. Alright, this one's done. I'll teleport this back home. Fold it up. Take your time. Alright. That's the wrong one. That wouldn't matter. Well, I teleported the wrong one. Then I have to drive all the way back and everything. Be a real pain. I'm gonna need the wind roller over there. Yeah, see, I had like less than 31 liters. I respawned here and I had more. It gave me gas for free. What do I need exactly? I need to cut down some more fields. To do that, I'm gonna have to drive around. Check my finances. I'm gonna spend some on vehicle running cost. Spend 40 bucks on gas. Alright, 39 bucks. Good enough. I have $1. My money is about to go in the negatives. Cut down some fields. I'll start. I'll start at field 17, go all the way to 18, 19, then teleport home. Or I could do 20, 21. Yeah, I'm supposed to check on the silage too. Crap. Okay, plan of action. Let's go 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then check silage. But first, I'm gonna pick up these eggs. There should be 5 in here. I see a few around. There's one. I thought I saw more. Just hard to see. Let's do. Yeah, that's enough. I'll look for them later. 3. Negative $5. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright. Start cutting. Slow. We got this. Let's go around this way. This one is actually pretty narrow. I should be able to do it with just the a little mower. Going 2 passes, but this works as well. As time's moving on, I'm a little concerned about the silage. It might be ready by now. I'm pretty sure I can still take out loans, even though I'm in debt, which is amazing. If not, I can always sell something to get me some money. Like all the chicken eggs. I could sell them. It'll probably take me out of debt, or at least out of negative. I don't know how much money it'll bring me. The prices are ridiculous. They're like $11 per egg. Something like that. So for some reason, there's a bunch of like invertebrates that keep showing up around the house. Like last time, there was a big spider, a big meaty black, like I don't know what the hell it was, some kind of spider. I barely classified as a spider. That thing looked weird. I recognize it as I've seen it before, but I don't know what species it is. I've seen them around certain buildings when I went to work with my dad a couple times, and I'm pretty sure they brought them home by accident one time. But I doubt that they reproduced over here. So they're probably just living around this area. Alright, that's a good mission. Let's get 300 sheep. I don't have to get any more. Then it's just all the money from that point on is just for me. I'm a little excited about using a different method to get the silage into the bunkers, as opposed to using the Comfort, the Coon Comfort SPV12. And instead of using that, I'll use something else. And that is exciting. I'll probably use the wheel loader if the little tractor doesn't work. Alright, good. Still 5 eggs in there. I can actually experiment here. I could run through this side, which has only been cut once, with the loading wagon, and then do this side, which has been cut twice, and see if there's any difference. In theory, there should be. The grass should stack on top of each other. And I also switched direction. Oh yeah, I have money. Buy the sheep now. 241. Hopefully I get 300 from this. Get a lot of money from the handicap mission. That's good. Alright, 276. That's all I can afford right now. So just one more of those and I'll be good. I went from what, 240 or something? I forget. If I get like 30 sheep each time, then one more and I should be good. Might even have a little bit of money left over. Unless I get a crappy mission that only pays me a little bit of money. Speaking of the sheep, how are they doing? 47%. Okay. I'm increasing the amount of food they're gonna need too. That's fine, I can handle it. I can provide them with enough food. Give them the time. The crops are actually coming in now. The corn is ready to harvest, so I'm gonna slow down time and take care of that. I'm gonna have to spend money that I might not have. I'm gonna have to buy this thing. One of these corn headers. I could buy this one or the red one. I'll go for the red one this time. I like that one, generally. The green one folds up and takes up like one less slot, which is actually pretty important for later in the game. But you can always sell stuff that you're not using. You can sell your equipment to free up slots, and that way you can buy stuff that you actually want to have. And that's a little bit of micromanaging later in the game. Oh, let's cut this part. Hold on. Come back here. We're gonna say bucko. I don't know what that means. Right, if I go up here and climb over this little hill, I should be able to see if the silage is ready. Just from a distance. Oh great, I have to go there anyway. So I'll find out in a little bit. I'm gonna go around past here. I'll now do 2 passes, where I'm gonna have. And then go see. The field right here is actually pretty good if you combine it with the other field in front of me. You can combine them using a plow to turn it into one big long field. And then, I don't know, plant stuff that requires a lot of long, straight edges, like potatoes or sugar beets. Just because their machines cannot turn very well. The harvester, on the other hand, can turn pretty well. If you get the right one. The one with wheels. The one with tracks should turn better, but it doesn't. It sucks at turning. It's strange because things with tracks can actually spin. And that's how well they turn. They can spin on a dime. But not here. I guess it has to do with the fact that it still has wheels. It's just the front part that has tracks. So maybe that's what is messing up. I don't know. I think I'm moving outside. I hear like a faint thumping. Little bass. There's usually that sound, like playing over like speakers or something. And I still don't know where it's coming from. It could be upstairs or it could be the neighbors. Who knows? Yeah, there's also a bunch of holes in the ground. Like in the front yard or whatever it's called. Where the tree is, and a family of rats live in there. There's a bunch of holes in the ground. I'm guessing neighborhood rats. There's also bunnies, so who knows, maybe there's a bunny hole. I'm guessing it's for the rats. There's wildlife, there's also a woodpecker. Somewhere across the street there's a woodpecker. No one's been able to spot it yet, but we can all hear it more or less every morning. Alright, let's go. You can see from here the side is still not done. That's okay. I gotta collect this corn anyway. Oh crap. It landed on the tree. Alright, go. Yeah, all the cornfields are ready. Just have to harvest now. Hey, hold on to the wheel. Alright. Nah, it's really gonna damage that. Go this way. Open up. Don't hit the trees, you piece of... Alright. Slow down here. That mission, I cannot afford to lose this mission. Go. Alright. I'm here. Alright. Hopefully I can get enough sheep. Let's do this. In the 90s. Alright. Whoops. Here we go. 300. I still have some money left over. Fantastic. So how much is this header? Alright, I've already passed it. 49. What the hell? Okay, sure. I can afford that. There you are, 49,000. Alright, let's get this thing home. Drive it forward, corn goes in here. The corn is like divided and cut into, well, it cuts the top part off. And these spiral things spin and drive it down the middle, where it will be destroyed by the machine. You know how it's supposed to be. Alright, bring that home. Collect these eggs while I'm at it. Alright, 300 sheep. That should produce a multiple of 5 now. 5% in a war. And that means I'll get an even number more or less. If it updates every 20 minutes, and I need, it's at 50% right now. Almost. 51%. That means I need 50% more. And if it goes by 5 each time, I'm going to need 10 times. And if each time is 20 minutes, that's 20 minutes times 10. So that's how many I need. How many minutes I need? 20 times 10. So right now it's 4:42. 20 minutes would be 52. No, it would be 5. Or 5 in the morning. Oh, yeah, I forgot to detach this. 5 in the morning plus 2, 4, 6, 3. That's 4 rather. Alright. Each hour consists of 3 segments of 20 minutes. Hang on a second. Each hour consists of 3 segments of 20 minutes. So I can do 3 of those. So 3 hours. So it'll be 9 20s plus some extra. So that'll be 20 minutes from now plus 3 hours. So 5 plus 3 hours. So at 8 a.m. is when the wool would be ready, according to my calculations. I can attach this giant header to this little combine. Let's go. Don't turn that quickly. Alright, let's get the pipe out. Turn it on. Start shucking. Yeah, this one does not have the best control over the header. In this case, I could probably get the green one. The green one is actually better for this harvester, for some reason. I can still get the job done. It's just going to be really awkward. If I buy the green one, it'll actually work out a little better. Because I can't really turn with this guy. Or I can, I have to like lift it up, and then turn in position, and then go. I have to make sure it's in the right spot, because once it's down, I can't really turn it. So right there, I can lift. Whoops. I can lift it up, reverse, and put it out. Just keep the back wheels in the right direction. So, there we go. Alright, it's eating all of these. Capacity's at max. I'm gonna have to drive something that has a tipper on it. Do I have a tipper? I do not. So I'm gonna have to buy one. These guys. I sold the one that I had, so I'm gonna buy a new one. The best value technically is this guy. This one, the Brimmer multi-trailer. For the amount of capacity it gives me, this is actually the best value. But the other thing I did before, well, all these green ones are mods. You can download them. Anyway, I could buy this one. Make it old school. Not that much capacity, that's fine. This one's a Ford. These two go together, but that's a bit of money. Echoliner with the dual. Technically speaking, I would want to buy this one eventually, but I don't really have anything that can handle it. Plus, the little harvester I have can't really get its little spout thingy above high up enough to dump it in here. I can still do it. Now these things, the big body, these can actually attach to this one, I think. One of these can attach to one of these, and they can form trains. You can have a train, like, of trailers, just one after the other after the other. You can do that. Alright, what should I buy then? This is only 4,900, 5,700 capacity, and the cost is 4,900. This one costs 2,500, 4,500 capacity, so it's less capacity. It costs me more per day. But it is pretty cheap. It kind of does what I need it to do, right now at least. It's the cheapest option I have available. I don't remember when was the last time I saved. Was it before or after I bought a sheep? Crap. I don't think I saved when I bought the sheep, so I'm going to save right now. I'm going to do a little bit of experimenting. I'm going to sell the header. And buy... Actually, hang on. Sell the header. Buy this one. I need more money. Wait. Buy this one. And then transport it back home. You can probably handle this one better. Turn into it. Unfold it. So I turn it on, lower it, and everything. They can turn pretty well with this. It's not gonna collect anything right now. I can always sell it afterwards and get like the red one later. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Actually, I did it right now. Why didn't I just continue? Oh, I know why. Because I sold it kind of online. Like I sold it without taking it anywhere. Someone came by and picked it up probably. If you take it directly to the shop, you'll get like a 30% bonus or something. I forget. You make like 8% of your money back as opposed to like 60, something like that, I think. Anyway, let's check the battery on these things. Hang on. Computer is maxed out. And game finished loading. Hang on. The phone is doing fine. How about this one? This device is okay. Check the last computer. Ah, it's underneath my foot. Just gave myself a cramp. Just give you some battery. So I'm gonna exchange the charger for a second. Just give me a minute. Here we go. I'm gonna charge these while I'm just here sitting around. That way, when the next time I need to like, go somewhere, I can take one of these devices with me, and it'll be full battery. Alright, let's try this boy. Lift it up as high as I can. Probably shouldn't drive to the field. Not that it makes a difference. So I wanted to I could just keep this around for later. And that way I'm not really losing any money. I'm just spending more. Which actually I might be able to afford that. Let's see. I can just barely afford that. Buy a corn header. And I still have enough money left over to buy the tipper. I'm gonna buy the grain trailer. Actually, I don't have to teleport it home. I'm gonna have to drive it there anyway. Oh, here it is. Here's the grain trailer. I've never used this one before. It's attached. Let's take it home. Bunch of European buildings. It looks like it had wood planks. I'd say pretty solid in my opinion. It looks nice. 15 cars. Can't you see my name here? That's why I like the little tractors. Because you can like go in first person and see the sky. And everything. Look at that moon. Beautiful. Gotta keep my eyes on where I'm going. Alright, I'll park this boy here. And move this guy over. Let's see. Bring that home. Bring that home. So overall, not a giant loss of money. Things are pretty okay. Should move that header somewhere else. The little one. Just so it's not in the way. I like how this one has a electric side to it. It's got a pipe. You can see where you're dumping it into. Like on a summer night, driving one of these things would probably be pretty fun. Having the wind and everything. All the nocturnal insects too, but we don't think about those. There we go. Loading it in. If it's 4,500 capacity, this thing has 1,500. That should be 3 loads. So moving. Unfold it. Start cutting. Ooh, missed a spot right there. I think I heard someone open the door to the bathroom, so people are probably waking up now. Ooh, nice. Unfortunately, the production of my animals reset just because I left the game and then came back. So all cows and stuff are at 0% productivity. It's gonna be around 20 minutes for them to update. Not the biggest deal, I guess. I mean, it still updates. Ooh, that means my calculation for the sheep is gonna be off by 10 minutes. So it'll be at 8, 12, or 13, more or less, when the wool will be done. As long as I don't leave the game again. I'm going to gather all of this corn first, and then I can increase time again, maybe up to 15 times, once I have something in the ground planted. But that's going to be an issue. How do I plant stuff in the ground? I don't have a direct seeder, so I'm going to have to use the plow to plow the entire field, and then plant something with the seeder. It's going to be that's going to have to be the way I do it. I'm going to have to plant barley or canola or something. Whoops. Alright, just take this over. These are potatoes in the ground, I'm pretty sure. They're not ready for harvest yet. That's going to be its own problem. To harvest the potatoes, there's only two options. There's a giant machine that costs $500,000, or you could do it by hand almost, using a much smaller machine, and just kind of hope that it doesn't really suck that badly. These missions are actually helping a lot. This is basically the only money I have right now. I'm gonna need money for a couple reasons. I'm gonna need to buy something to sell the silage. But that's already like 20,000 or something like that. Minimum. Because that's the cheapest I could possibly do it for. If I do it that way, then I might be able to rake together enough money to buy a Gillette cedar. The cheapest one is a cayenne or whatever. This thing. Where is it? Actually, it's this one, the horse. It's pretty small in area. I was thinking of this one, the cayenne. It's double the capacity, or double the working width. So it does the job a little faster. The best one is this one, Condor. It has a giant 15-meter working width. With a really large capacity. They have the biggest fields. I don't really have the biggest fields. So the cayenne or the horse would actually be pretty well. The horse is kind of difficult to use because it attaches directly to the back of your tractor. So it has the same problem as some of the cultivators that do that. Where if you turn a little bit, it'll mess up the whole row. You gotta be really careful with your angles and everything. It is a cheap option though. It doesn't mean I won't have to plow anything. Basically, it's kind of the best option I have. The only other option is to buy a cheaper seeding machine, sowing machine. Then I'm gonna have to plow anyway. And it's still gonna be attached to the tractor, so you're gonna do the same problem, but with more problems. So the horse seems to be the way to go. There we are. You can drive around. Hopefully this thing fills up with this last load. Yep, I'm gonna have to back out and drive around it. Really? Turn the wheels. Alright, go straight line. And then move in. Slower. There we go. Alright, I should probably check on the chickens. I'll do that when I'm gonna drive over there. There's no eggs to be taken care of right now. Yeah, it filled up, alright. Good. Have an extra 3% in the tank somehow. I'm getting hungry.